what's going on with geometry nodes to create this model. I think it's the right way to go for this particular thing that we're creating. So I'll start with the red. So there's two halves, there's the red half and the yellow half. I'll start with the red. So there's a geometry nodes modifier applied. If I turn that off, you can see that this is my starting geometry. It's a red tetrahedron. Just turn geometry nodes back on. So this is what's happening. We're taking our input geometry, which is our red tetrahedron, and creating instances on each point, so each vertex of the tetrahedron. What are we putting on each vertex? We have a collection of spheres, essentially. I'll explain why we use a collection in a second. So it's placing an instance of the sphere on each point, which gives us these blue spheres. And then there's a scale value, so we can scale the spheres up and down. And then, so just that on its own looks like this. So we've attached a sphere to each point. But then what we're doing is, so we're creating a curve circle, so creating a circle that has a radius and the count here. So we're on the curve, we're creating points, 6 points, and then for each point on that curve we're attaching the generated red triangle, which gives us this shape, everything in a curve like this in a round circle. So if I change this to 7, for instance, now we've got 7, have as many or as few as we like, but we need 6. And then there's rotation to get the position of each one where we need it. And I think that's about it. So the instances here, the rotation of the instances, I'm not sure what that's, I don't think that's needed looking at it now, but it's probably needed on the other one. So yeah, that's the basic idea. And then this one is the same, but there's one difference that if we look at this one, some of the dots are blue and some are green. So when we do our instance on points, I'll just bring it back to this one. So here's our instance on points, and we're using a collection, and the collection I'm using is called Spheres for Octa, because this one's an octahedron. And if we look in our Spheres for Octa collection, that's this here. It's basically just a collection of spheres, some of which are green, some of which are blue, and it picks them in order that they're listed here. So I just had to align the colors of these spheres so that when the object picks up the collection here, and I've got separate children, which separates each object in the collection out and provides that per instance, which gives us some blue, some green. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting use for geometry nodes. Hopefully it's of interest to someone. Thanks. Cheers, bye.